or good afternoon, good evening, depending on where in this beautiful, amazing world you are listening to me. My name is Curry Glassell, and you have entered the Gem Zone. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh dear, I think I just dated myself. But anyway, so what's up? What's up, people all over the world? First of all, I just want to say thank you to you. Thank you for listening to all the weird, wacky, wild stuff I say. The amazing thing about this, mostly what I talk about is how the Access Toolbox has given me the ability to create a life that's full of much more joy, much more ease, still working on the sex part, but other than that, having a great time. So what else is possible? And today I was really looking at words and energy and what needed to change for me to create and go the next step, go beyond where I was at. So how do you go beyond happy? How do you go beyond gratitude? How do you go beyond where you are, and why would you? Okay, why would you? Because I am never satisfied. That's just, I think, something I came in with. I'm always looking to create. I'm always looking to be of service to people. I'm always looking to be a part of something, to be a part of something that's generated and creating more consciousness, more joy, more happiness, more money for everyone. And sometimes I forget to include myself. Do y'all ever forget to include yourself? So one of the ways you can start including yourself is actually what I've started doing. Well, I've been doing this on and off, I guess, all my life, so I just lied to you. Sorry, forgive me. So one of the things I do is I write journals. I sometimes write in the morning, I sometimes write in the evening, and I take a look at what would I like my next 6 months to be like? What would I like my next 6 years to be like? So I sort of go between, and what would I like, the next 60 years, which of course I say that because I'm like, you can't think too much about that. That's almost a beyond in and of itself. 60 years, let's calculate. That would be like, I'd be like 120 years old. So, and seeing as how I had my birthday this week, I've been pondering a little bit more on age and what the heck am I going to do for the next 10, 20, 30 years? And have you ever thought of that? I mean, if you're like under 50, probably not. But if you're between 50 and 60 or 50 and 70, you've probably spent a lot of time thinking about, how do I cope with age and aging and how do I get over it? Or, I mean, me personally, I just would like to be a vampire. They just are ageless and immortal and they're super strong and nobody ever bothers them. And if they do, they can just, with like one little, like, I don't know what they do with their hands so fast, but they just, like go to your throat and you're gone. So there's like, it's like no worries if you're a vampire. So, oh dear, I ramble. So I was looking at words today and what words were I speaking about my life and my future? So words carry an energy. Did you guys know that? Probably. Some of y'all did, at least. So words carry an energy. So the question is, do you actually know what that energy is? And one of the things that I learned many, many years ago, 18 years now, when I met Gary Douglas and started going to my first Access Consciousness classes, was that in 1946, shortly after World War II, the dictionaries changed. Yeah, I'm just going to let that sink in for just a minute. It's so weird. And I think it was called the Council of Nicaea. Anyway, all these like government people, and this is probably where some of the conspiracy stuff comes from, just if it's light, go with it. If it's not, kind of throw it in the trash. But anyway, they decided, these people who, they had these councils, mostly I guess they're government people. And after World War II, they were trying to come up with a way that people would not get together and follow a Hitler person again, which I think is really amusing because a group of 5, 10, 15 people, excuse me, thinking they could prevent another kind of mass, what would you call Hitler? Mass tyrannical terrorist? I mean, I don't know. He's just a leader who got everybody to think that killing Jewish people and gay people was a good idea. And it didn't matter if you were 2 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, or 50 years old. He convinced people that another group of people were their problem. Wow. That was a lot of really intense media, intense. There's a word for it. I wish my creative producer knew the word and could show me the sign. I wish we had a way of talking while I'm doing this podcast, because I know there's a word for that and I can't think of the word is, but it's when you convince people to do something they wouldn't normally do. And people have scientifically tested this. So again, it goes back to convincing. How do you convince people? In this reality, you convince people with words. Words have energy. So back to you, beautiful, amazing audience. What is the energy of the words you are speaking over your life, about your future, and about yourself? So you can go back in time and go back in time. We can't go back in time unless you have a time machine, but you can go to a library, you can Google and search, and you can look for a dictionary that was produced and written before 1946. And for example, one word this is the easiest way to check this out. The word want, that's W-A-N-T. So now in the English dictionary, the word want, when we look it up, means desire. And everybody's like, ooh, I want that. You even have songs, I want that. I want this. Oh, baby, I want you. I want you. I want you. Okay. So everybody's into the want thing, It should be the want me generation. But anyway, so everyone thinks want means desire. Well, if you go back pre-1946, shock of shocks, you will find out that there are over 20 definitions of the word want, and only one means desire. All the others actually mean to not have, to lack, wanton, a woman, a wanton woman, one who is lacking thereof of substance and therefore hits the streets or the parlors or whatever. And it's just an amazing thing to think how we are so willing to buy what we are fed without actually looking into what we're saying and what does it mean. Would you be interested in knowing what you're saying? It could be the difference in changing your entire life. Because if you're saying, I want money, and like all the time, and you're thinking, I want money, and you're thinking, wow, I want money, I want money. Even if you're doing a freaking affirmation, God knows those don't really work, but anyway, you're actually saying, I lack money. Is that really what you'd like to do? And so this is one of the things I really encourage my private clients and the amazing people that come to my seminars and my online classes. Please, please, please do yourself a favor and get a dictionary before 1946, because this will give you correct information about the true meaning and the energy of words. The energy of words is what goes forth over your life, is what you speak over your life. It's what you speak over your future. So would you be willing to know more? Would you be willing to educate yourself a little bit more and to care a little bit more about what you say about you? So like it's from A to Z. It can be, so you would say, I don't lack money. That would be closer to an affirmation, but that's actually true if you have a house and you can pay your bills and you have a job and you receive some sort of payment for it, then you don't lack money. But if you are always saying, I lack money, I lack money, I lack money, what is that going to create? What energy is that going to create around you? Or, wow, even with your body, like this morning, I was thinking, whoa, well, I have really struggled with some physical issues in my life over the past really 2 or 3 years. And the questions I've been asking have not been creating enough change for me. And so this morning I thought, I'm going to take the next 30 days, and I'm going to encourage you guys to take the next 30 days and look at something that's important to you and just try this out. So I'm going to be saying, I don't like to be skinny 10 times in the morning and 10 times in the evening, and see if I could actually let go of the 10 pounds that I put on about 2 years ago. Because nothing like normal, not going to the gym, oh God, I've gone to the gym so much and I've run and I've done all this stuff. And I went, okay, none of this is working. None of this did anything. None of it moved anything or did anything, even fasting. I went to 2 fasting places in California, and I was like, okay, great. So I'm going to try this silly, strange thing, and I'm going to encourage you to. And if that works for you, I want you to write me, okay? info@Curry Glassell. Tell me if you can do this for 30 days, 10 times in the morning and 10 times in the evening. Now, what do you want? Is it more money? So then say, I don't want money 10 times in the evening, 10 times in the morning. If you would like to change your weight, which is what I'm looking at, I'm gonna run, I don't want to be skinny. I don't want to be skinny. I don't want to be skinny, because I haven't tried that yet. Are you not willing to try anything at least once? Or is that just me? Am I just the person who's willing to do whatever it takes to create the changes of the future I'd like to see, I'd like to have? What are you willing to do, and what are you not willing to do? I think it kind of gets down to really having a honest chat with yourself. So energy and words. Words are energy. Energy is words. Are you speaking too much? Are you speaking too little? If your job is to be a speaker, you might really look into what you're saying before you say it. If you're not having the results that you really know are possible, perhaps you need to look at your language. So, what a unique topic this morning. But again, I am inviting you into the world that I live in and the things that I think about. And I just like to encourage you all that anything is possible if you're willing to look at what you're choosing, and if you're willing to make a different choice. All right, gotta go. I got the big out of time from CP. All right, see y'all next time. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.